What's up, everybody? This is your host, Cat Daddy, and you're listening to Cat Daddy Podcast Show. If I stand corrected, it's episode 10. I've been out of the spotlight for a couple of months now, going on maybe 3, or probably about 3 months. I've been staying away from podcasts and from really a lot of things that I wanted, kind of got my interest throughout this whole year, which it's all good. I mean, I've just been working. I've been healthy. I just got my COVID booster shot on Monday. Man, you know what? I think I've been cranky for the past 2 days. Just my body's aching, a little bit of fever here and there, but not bad. I haven't gotten COVID at all. So that's pretty good, staying away from that shit. I did get the cold really bad about 2 weeks ago, but my son had it. I guess he caught it and brought it home from school. My wife caught it. She had it pretty bad. And then both my son and my wife, they didn't really do anything for a whole week. My son stayed home from school. And my wife, she stayed home and didn't work for a whole week, but I had to rough through it, man. I had to rough through this cold that I had. It wasn't that bad to me, but I still want to work. But yeah, health-wise, I've been good. I mean, this year, 2021, has been a little bit hectic, ups and downs. I discovered I was diabetic back in May. Nobody gives a fuck about that, so I'm not going to talk about that much. Boo-hoo. Everybody else and their mama knows somebody has it. We just deal with it, you know. But I actually had a couple of friends that suffer from battle from mental illness, from depression and stuff. And it never really hit close to home because I was that type of guy that, you know, a mindset is as much as what you make of it. But it was just lack of knowledge, man, lack of education and stuff. I actually started talking to more people that suffer from depression and get to know how they feel, what their mindset is, what their day-to-day struggles are. And, I mean, it was a game changer for me. It opened my eyes. I mean, that ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. One of my buddies, my friends from a couple of years now, she told me that people think about suicide because the pain of living is unbearable and it hurts so much. And I was like, man, you know what? That's some deep shit. You know, I never thought about that kind of stuff like that, you know. And, you know, I'm really more aware and more sensitive about mental illness now. I don't particularly have it, but I know people that do. So that's one of the things that I discovered this year. In this episode, we're probably going to be talking about stuff, or not we. I'll be talking about stuff that has changed in my life from the beginning of this year to the end of this year, because only 2 more days until the last the 2021. So I'm gonna try to keep it short, maybe 10 minutes tops. But yeah, so that was really, you know, a game changer for me about mental illness and about diabetes too. Because I mean, shit, I didn't know my body was that fucked up. But anyhow, we all know, people that know me know that I became a health nut. I fell off the wagon. I take it one day at a time now with medicine, exercise, or not even exercise, just eating well. But I stopped watching wrestling, particularly WWE. It's just the direction that the writers and the wrestlers were going, to me, was bullshit. You know, I'm lower the windows, getting kind of hot in here. It was kind of BS with me. And I was like, nah, I'm not having that. So I stopped watching that. I'm still not a EAW fan. I am a fan of amateur wrestling TV. It's pretty cool, but I even started watching that. I started focusing on other stuff at the house or even at work. This, you know, it is what it is. You know, I feel like I grew as a person, as a human being, just in the last month, which is December. Which is crazy. It's really stupid of me to say that. Yeah, I guess I'm stupid, but the whole year, I don't feel like I grew as a person until late November, mid-November, till now, which is December 30th, I think. And that really sucks. I mean, hopefully, 2022 it'll be different for me. That I feel like that I grew as a person. Not that I made that I made a change or affected someone's life. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as a person, that I grew, that I learned, that I overcame boundaries or a mindset that I thought I had, or that I thought I was correcting. That's what I'm talking about. Hopefully 2022 will be different. But I'm a board gamer. I don't play video games. I mean, that's not my thing. To each his own. You play video games, cool. My son's a huge gamer, a PC gamer. I sit down and watch him play. I know I ask questions. He tells me about games. But my passion is board games. And one board game that I knew that when it came out back in 2017 was Gloomhaven. In the Board Game Society, hardcore board gamers always talk about this game. And you know what? It was about $200 when it first came out. Last year they came out with the Jaws of the Lion, which is like a beginner starter Gloomhaven campaign game. It was about $31 at Amazon. Purchased it, loved it, fell in love with it. It's about 80% of the rules that apply to the original Gloomhaven applies to the Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, the smaller game. Sat down, played it solo, played it with the wife. About 85% of the campaign with my wife. She's not a huge diehard board gamer, but she loves board games. More than the average person. So we played. So during Christmas, Black Friday, I hesitate. I didn't buy the Gloomhaven and Black Friday. I bought it like 2 weeks afterwards. Got a good deal. I bought $130. Came home. I set it up. Started playing it. There's over 150 scenarios. Campaign. It's kind of like a European D&D, but not really. There's no dungeon master to it, and there's no dice rolls. It's the rolls. The movements are controlled by cards. And I will make a separate video about Gloomhaven, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but that's like the best game I own. I own over 200 board games, and this one by far, it's the best game. And they're coming out with another one called Frosthaven, but I think it just came out maybe last week, but I'll talk about it in a whole different, video. But yeah, so I discovered this game this year, really cool. I kind of chilled on buying board games and just concentrating on playing the ones that I already have, because I kind of, when you got over 20 board games and you just stick to 3, you tend to forget the other ones of how the mechanics and how the rules, and you got to go back to the rule book, and you forget. Let alone like I have over 200 board games, it was kind of hard. So I was like, yeah, I don't want to invest in more board games, because it is an investment. If you don't think it is an investment. To me, it is. So I got back into board games, started playing different board games that I wasn't accustomed to playing over the weekends, and I started playing Gloomhaven every weekend now for about 2 months, and 2 months including the Jaws of the Lion. So yeah, man, I started getting right into it. So I was like, man, this is amazing. And everybody that knows me that I'm not a social person up front. I like to hang back at the house. Every weekend, my sisters, my brother sometimes, or even my homeboys call me. He's like, hey man, you wanna hang out? Nah, I'm okay. I like what I do at the house. I got board games. Everybody knows, the people knows me knows that I play instruments. I got a bass, a guitar, and I got a drum set, which I've been playing a lot more. What I do, I hook up my phone to a YouTube bass tracks, like a funk bass guitar solo with no drums, and I add my drums to the bass licks, which it's fun. I love doing that. So I got drums at the house, guitars, board games, of course, internet. So internet. I got a 65-inch TV, so I'm not gonna go into what it is when you got internet with a big TV at home. It's a home movie theater. Which one thing pissed me off this whole year, I blame Scarlett Johansson. She sued Disney. Now Disney movies don't go to Disney Plus right when they come out. They go to movie theater. I don't want to go to a fucking movie theater. First, it's expensive. Second, it's crowded. Third, you got babies. Who takes a fucking baby to fucking, to a fucking movie? So I don't want to hear a fucking baby crying. And fourth, COVID. I don't want to get COVID. So, and fifth, why am I going to go to movies? I got a fucking TV and internet at the house. So that's what kind of sucks about that. I haven't seen the Eternals or Spider-Man No Way Home. I saw the spoilers. I know what's going on. I'm not, whatever. Can't wait for Doctor Strange, though. Doctor Strange, man, what's it called? The Multiverse Madness or whatever comes out 2 days before my birthday next year. I'm going to go check it out. And, so all this neat stuff, that I've been doing at home, it's cool. It's cool. I'll stay away from people. I mean, I like talking to people, chatting online or on phone. It's just in person, I'll just hang back and chill at the house. There's a lot of stuff for me to do, let alone, fix the house. Upgrade some brooms and the outside, and my fence about to fall. I've been, putting off my fence, my backyard fence for a couple of years now. I think the beginning of 2022, it's going to be the year that I buy the fence. It's probably going to buy like a 10, maybe like a 9-foot fence in the back. Arch it. I live in a corner lot. It's a cul-de-sac, so I'm going to arch the fence, the backyard fence, all the way to the side of front of the house. My HOA did not, it doesn't let me, but fuck them. It's my house. At the end of the night, that's my house, not the HOA. And I used to be the vice president of the HOA a couple of years ago. So I'm telling you, there's some dumb motherfuckers. There's dumb motherfuckers there. The board members are some dumb motherfuckers. But it's between work and home. I mean, I've been kept busy. If you don't stay busy, you'll die. So I've been doing that. I don't know if. See, what else? Don't watch wrestling anymore, except as amateur indie wrestling, not amateur, but professional wrestling. But it's amateur, not amateur shit. It's professional wrestling, but I watch the indie circuit. I don't watch that fucking WWE or AEW. I watch professional, independent wrestling. Some cool cats. And I don't. I think I'm better than I was last year. Let me put it this way. Not by a long shot, but I'm a tad better. And I got a couple people like my homeboy from Placebo Podcast Radio. I mean, that's a cool cat, man. Anytime y'all bored or y'all want to hear something cool, check it out. Placebo Radio Podcast. They're on, I think, audiobooks. That's where I have them, man. That's where I listen to them. Or my boy, D. Rotten from The Dungeon podcast show. Check him out, too. Those two are my two to go to podcast shows. And I used to do a podcast show with my homeboy Ryan called A Fool. We haven't done it in like about 2 months. And I'm probably not going to have time to, do that anymore with him. But I think last time he spoke to me a couple of minutes ago, he said he's going to do it with our homeboy Joel. He's a cool cat, man. I can't wait to listen to their episodes. So Joel and Ryan from A Fool. I used to be the co-host with Ryan, but I don't think I'm going to be doing it anymore. But wish them good luck and love those guys. Love every fucking body in this world. No time to hate. All right. So, oh shit, it's past 10 minutes. Sorry guys. Sorry you heard me rambling for about 14 minutes now. But yeah, man. Peace be with you and Happy New Year. See you in 22.